Hey everyone, Chris Stoltz coming at you from the MuppetStuff Museum. We recently went on a little thrifting spree and came back with some great finds. One of the most odd finds was this VHS copy of the Flip Wilson Show. And you might be thinking, what does that have to do with Muppets? Well, this is volume 1 of the best of, featuring Big Bird, who was a guest on the very first episode. Another really cool find was this VHS copy of Count It Higher. Now, what makes this so unique is that it was pretty much in mint condition, and it even comes with a book. The book enclosed is a songbook that includes illustrations and the lyrics to all the songs. The VHS itself is interesting as it's green and not black as with most typical VHS. And while we're talking VHS, we also got a copy of the full screen edition of Muppets from Space. Moving on to slightly more modern media, we found a copy of Sesame Street Celebrates Around the World on DVD, a factory-sealed, mint-condition Muppets Take Manhattan DVD, and a copy of the 2003 Jim Henson Pictures movie Good Boy, which I have to admit, I've never seen. I didn't just pick up movies, I also got this mini Elmo and Grouchland Happy Grouch Day book, a mint-condition Elmo's World Flip-Flap book, a copy of Susan and Gordon Adopt a Baby, which features the story of them adopting Miles, as well as his 40th anniversary edition of Sesame Street's Mother Goose Rhymes book. It wasn't all Sesame Street books, though. We also picked up a copy of the Muppet Picture Reader book, Fozzie's Bubble Bath. The book was in pretty decent condition, and even still contained its flashcards. And that's not all. We recently took a trip to the ZoloCon toy show, and we figured we'd show you some cool things that we got from the show. One of the really interesting things about ZoloCon is not just that it's a toy show, but the location of it is really historically significant. It was an old, declassified centrifuge, which, if you recall from Muppets from Space, the contraption that Rizzo spins around in and that getting that G-force testing done to him, that is a centrifuge. For the last few years, ZoloCon has been held at what's now called the Fuge in Warminster, PA. It was built to test high-velocity acceleration on the human body in fighter test pilots. It operated from 1959 till 2002. The main area of the show is held where the centrifuge actually spun around, and you can see the capsule and all the controls throughout the building. While we were there, we found this Count finger puppet, and you can see he's holding 1, 2, 3, and here's the finger hole. We also picked up this Oscar the Grouch PVC figure with him and Slimy, this Kiln Craft Miss Piggy mug, and you can see she's got different poses on either side. These mugs came in both tan and white, so it was great to pick up the tan version, which we were missing. We also picked up this sealed Muppet Show color form set from the early 80s. Here you can see all the pieces, including the original booklet, the characters and their outfits. It even has the Electric Mayhem on the bottom. The artwork on this is amazing. It's based on the same photo that was used on the Muppet Show lunchbox. It's still in its original shrink wrap, and it was great to find. The find of the day, though, and why we are standing next to the Muppet Treasure Island standee, is because we found the Avon Muppet Treasure Island finger puppets. Here you can see Kermit, Miss Piggy, Animal, and the rarest one and the hardest one to find, the Warrior Pig, who was supposed to be called Spam, but Hormel, who owns Spam, sued the Henson Company for copyright infringement, and they could not sell the Spam merchandise that they had anticipated because of the lawsuit. So they had to change some of the characters' names to Warrior Pig or just not sell anything at all. So that's what this is. This is the Warrior Pig finger puppet from Muppet Treasure Island made by Avon. And you could only get these by going through the Avon catalog and ordering them. So they were never sold in stores. So they were incredibly rare, and we just happened to see them just sitting on the shelf, and it was great to get the whole set. As an added bonus, I was joined by children's book illustrator and my friend, Gene Barretta. As you may know, Gene has written many children's books, including The Bat Can Bat. And if you weren't aware, Gene's brother Bill is Muppet performer Bill Barretta, who performed such classic characters as Rolf, Swedish Chef, Dr. Teeth, and of course, Pepe the King Prawn. I was honored to be included in a spread in the Bat Combat along with other Muppet fans and performers. Can you name them all? Here you can see me sitting right next to Jim Henson. After the show, Gene was gracious enough to sign my copy of the book, and he even included another caricature of me with Bert. And that's going to wrap up our whole video from ZoloCon. You can find their information in the links below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time from the MuppetStuff Museum.